Most people think other people understand them. Well, they don't. They don't know how tired you were this morning. They don't know how anxious you felt before that meeting. They don't know how much you wanted to go to the gym, finish the project, or call your parents. They only know what happened. You experience your entire internal world. Everyone else experiences only your behavior. It's a brutal fact, but it's also an incredibly useful one because most of us judge ourselves by our intentions, while everyone else judges us by our actions. Think about how you judge other people. Someone misses a deadline, someone repeatedly shows up late, someone promises they'll do something and they don't. You don't know what was happening inside their head. Maybe they were overwhelmed, maybe they barely slept, maybe they had every intention of following through. You don't know. So you judge what you can actually observe, the result. But when the roles are reversed, our standard changes immediately. I really meant to work out. I was just exhausted. I wanted to finish it, but I couldn't focus. I care about this relationship. These explanations may all be true. The problem is that reality behaves much more like everyone else when it behaves like you. Reality doesn't know your intentions. Reality only registers what happened. That isn't cruel, it's simply how the world works. Psychologists have a name for part of what's happening here, the fundamental attribution error. When other people fail, we tend to explain it by their character. They're lazy, they're unreliable, they don't care. When we fail, we explain it by our circumstances. I was stressed, I was exhausted, I've had a difficult week. Those explanations could be valid, but they don't change the outcome. The meeting was still missed, the workout still didn't happen, the promise was still broken. If you planned to show up but didn't, everyone else experiences exactly the same outcome as if you never intended to show up at all. So there is one rule worth remembering. Your feelings are information, they are not instructions. Feeling tired tells you something. Feeling anxious tells you something. Feeling unmotivated tells you something. None of them tells you what you have to do next. If they did, nobody would ever train when they were tired, study when they were bored, or have difficult conversation when they were nervous. The emotion is real, it just isn't the decision. So, how do you use this idea? First, evaluate your day the way reality does. At the end of the day, don't ask yourself, how did I feel today? Ask what actually happened. What did I build? What did I finish? Who did I help? What promises did I keep? Second, be careful how much value you place on explanations. Sometimes they matter, most of the time they don't change the result. Imagine missing an important meeting at work. Your manager may understand why it happened, they may even sympathize, but the meeting is still missed. Understanding the cause doesn't erase the outcome. And third, remember how reputations are built. People don't decide you are reliable because you believe you are. They decide you are reliable after seeing you do repeatedly reliable things. The same is true for discipline, for kindness, for resilience. These are not identities you claim. They are patterns other people observe. The good news is that this is incredibly freeing. You don't have to solve your internal world before you can improve your external one. You don't have to eliminate fear before acting. You don't have to wait for motivation before starting. You don't have to feel like the disciplined person before behaving like one. The action comes first, the identity usually follows. The world has never judged you by the thoughts inside your head. It couldn't, even if it wanted to. It judges what you repeatedly do. So stop expecting your intentions to carry weight they were never designed to carry. What you do is the only thing that counts.